This video should help you learn your chromatic scale in small sections. Use the chapters located at the bottom of the YouTube video to help you navigate to the section that you are ready for. Don't forget you can always press pause and rewind and rewatch things as many times as you need to until you really understand. Let's talk about what enharmonics are. Notes are enharmonically equivalent when they sound the same, but they have different names. You can think of enharmonics like people. This is Mary, and all of her friends call her Mary. But her son calls her Mom, and her grandchildren call her Grandma. But she is still the same person, even though she responds to many different names. In this video, as we ascend or go higher in the scale, we will use the sharp names for notes. When we descend or go lower, we will use the flat names. A sharp sign like this makes notes 1/2 step higher, makes them sound higher. And a flat sign like this makes notes sound 1/2 step lower. The more you practice saying your note names with this video, the better you will understand enharmonics. In this video, we are going to start on the low E portion of the chromatic scale on clarinet. So this starts on low E. So all 6 plus inside and home key. So our notes are E, pick up your left pinky for F, put it down on the outside for F sharp, G, both pinkies up, and then G sharp is your top key. Okay, let's do that again. This is like a pinky dance. E, pick it up for F, outside for F sharp, both pinkies up for G, G sharp. Then we're going back down. G sharp and A flat, remember, are enharmonically equivalent. So they have different names, but they sound the same, and they have the same fingering. So when we go down, we're going to call this A flat, G, outside G flat, and my pinky's still on home key, F, and then inside for E. Okay, let's do that again slowly. Remember, you can always pause and rewind as you need to. So E, F, F sharp on the outside, both pinkies up for G, top for G sharp. Back down, A flat, pinkies up for G, G flat on the outside, F, home key, and then E is on the inside. Okay, let's try it with the metronome. We're gonna do this fingers ahead style with the metronome at 60. Go slower if you need to though, okay? So you can pause and then rewind and do this as many times as you need to. And here we go. E, F, outside F sharp, pinkies up, G, top G sharp. Back down, and A flat, G, outside G flat, F home key, inside E. Okay. Now, once you've got that down, once you can say it with me and you're successful, then move on to this next part where we're going to play it. We'll do a test note first. Remember to always use your biggest, fattest sound on low E. Test note. Ready? Back down. All right. So practice that and rewind as you need to. This next piece of the chromatic scale starts on G sharp. G sharp, A sharp, add your sliver for B, and then C. Now you always press your sliver key with your 6th finger because you move the finger up and not your 5th finger down, okay? So going back down would be C, B with your sliver, so your 5th finger is floating, B flat, A, and then top, A flat. Remember, A flat and G sharp are enharmonically equivalent. Okay, let's try that again. G sharp, A sharp, sliver B, then C, C, sliver B, B flat, A, and then A flat. Okay, let's say and finger with the metronome. Ready? G sharp, A sharp, sliver B, C, back down, and C, B flat, A flat. Okay, once you've got that, you can play it with me, but make sure you rewind and can really, really say it before you play it. Here's a test note on G sharp. Okay, work on that until you can do it without me. This next piece of the chromatic scale starts on C. We'll start on C, add your left pinky for C sharp, and it's the key that is attached to the top joint. C sharp, then D, sliver D sharp, so you press that one with your 3rd finger, and it's right below your 2nd finger, D sharp, and then E. Going back down, it's E flat with sliver, D flat, that left pinky, and then C. Okay, let's try it with the metronome. Say and finger, but rewind if you need to go over any of that again. Here we go. C sharp, D, sliver D sharp, E, back down, and E, sliver E flat, D flat, C. Okay, do that as many times as you need to, rewind so that you can be successful, and then let's play. Here's a test note on C. Ready? Back down. Okay, you've got this. This next piece of the chromatic scale on clarinet starts on thumb and 1 E. So we're going to go E, F, thumb F. F sharp, you're going to add your bottom 2 side keys, so thumb and bottom 2 side keys. And you just press it with the middle of your finger like that. F sharp. Open G. Whale key G sharp, make sure your right hand's down. A, and then pinch your A sharp. So I'm not pressing down that hole. I'm just pressing the register key and the A key with the side of my finger, okay? Let's try that again. E, F with them, F sharp, add your side keys, bottom side keys, open G, G sharp whale key, right hand down. A, my right hand is still down, and add your register key for A sharp. Remember, A sharp and B flat, enharmonic equivalent. So when we go down, it'll be called B flat. B flat, my right hand is still down, A flat whale key, open G, G flat with the side keys, F, and then E, okay? Rewind and go over that as many times as you need to. And then when you're ready, you can say and finger it with me. Fingers ahead style. Here we go. E, F, side key F sharp, open G, whale key G sharp, right hand down, A, right hand down, A sharp, back down, and B flat, A, whale key A flat, right hand still down, open G, side key G flat, F, and E. Okay, that one's a little complicated, but I know you can do it. Once you've got it, and you've rewound, and you've said it with me, and you're successful, you can play it with me. Let's start with a test note. Going back, down. Okay, now all those notes are called throat tones. So you want to use really fast air to make them sound as beautiful as they can, because throat tones don't always sound beautiful on clarinet, but I know you can make a wonderful sound. This next piece of the chromatic scale follows the exact same finger pattern as the low register, except that we're using our register key and the notes have different names. Okay, so this should feel pretty familiar to you, but you'll want to practice to make sure you know the correct note names. So we're starting on Clarion B, which is all 6, inside and home key with your register key. So we've got B, left pinky up for C on home key, C sharp outside pinky, both pinkies up for D, and then D sharp. This should feel very familiar. Going back down, D sharp and E flat are enharmonic equivalents, so we'll call this E flat, D, outside D flat, home key C, and inside Clarion B. I'm not going to go over the pattern too many times in this section of the video, so if you need to review, please rewind and do it again with me. Let's say and finger, fingers ahead. Here we go. B, C, outside C sharp, pinkies up D, D sharp, top, and then back down. E flat, D, outside D flat, C, inside B. And my register key is down for all of those notes. When you're ready to play, once you can say and finger it, then you can join me. Here is a test note on Clarion B. Here we go. Fast air, back down. Okay, remember to have your tongue really high in the back of your mouth. The back of your tongue should feel like it's between those molars so that you can have really fast air and make your best sound. The next piece of the chromatic scale starts on Clarion D sharp. So we've got all 6, register key and top. So we're going D sharp, same pattern as below, as the lower register, just different note names. D sharp, E, F, sliver F sharp, remember with your 6th finger, and then G. Going back down would be G, G flat with sliver, F, E, and E flat with that top key. And my left pinky is just floating over these keys. It's not pressing anything. Okay? When you're ready, you can remember to rewind if you need to go over that again. Let's say in fingers ahead. D sharp, E, F, sliver F sharp, and G. Going back down. G, G flat, F, E, top, E flat. Okay, when you're ready and you can say it with me like that, with all the enharmonics and everything, then you can play with me. Let's start with a test note on Clarion D sharp. Okay, practice that until you can do it without me. This piece of the chromatic scale for clarinet starts on Clarion G and ascends up to C above the staff and then back down to G. Here's the fingerings. G, add your left pinky for G sharp on this top key that's attached to the top joint. G sharp, A, sliver A sharp, B, and then C, which is just thumb and register key. Going back down, it's C, B, sliver B flat, A flat, and then G. Now on these top notes when you're playing, you need to have super fast air, super high tongue, and your reed can't be too soft. So if you're using an old reed, then you might get that kind of grunting sound when you play C. So you want to make sure you're using a reed that is good for you. Okay, let's say in fingers ahead when you're ready. Ready and go. G, G sharp, A, sliver A sharp, B, C. Going back down, C, B, sliver B flat, A flat with your left pinky, and G. All right. Once you can do that with me, and you feel really confident, you can play. Let's do a test note first on G, Clarion G. Back down. Ready, go. Okay, you can do this.